Hello and welcome to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. Coming up later in the show, we'll take a look at area basketball games happening tonight. But first, our legislatures enacted a new law earlier this week establishing education savings accounts, or ESAs, as functional vouchers for students enrolling in private schools. Advocates for the bill, called the Student First Act, include Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds, who said it would help equalize access to higher quality education. Opponents, however, say the bill's funding will trade off with money for public schools. Rural School Advocates of Iowa spokesperson Margaret Buckton said the bill especially jeopardized students in rural public schools where financial resources are more constrained and private sector alternatives are further away. Washington, Henry, and Jefferson County legislatures, all Republicans, voted in favor of the bill Monday night. Public school leaders are more skeptical. Southeast Iowa's public school district officials largely say they were dismayed by the bill's enactment. While the Student First Act would allocate some money to public districts that lost students to private institutions, Mount Pleasant Superintendent John Hendrickson said the math didn't quite work out. He used the example of that if one student out of 20 in a history class go to private school, they still have to pay for the cost of that history class. It won't go down just because it's 19 students instead of 20. In Washington, Superintendent Willie Stone said he was concerned by the bill's quick passage. A rule change passed shortly before the bill's debate allowed it to forego deliberation in the House Appropriations or Ways and Means committees, a move Stone said left many concerns unaddressed. Iowa Wesleyan's new Diversity, Inclusion, and Students' Rights Office welcomed Olympic medal-winning armless archer Matt Stutzman to speak with students in the Rubel Arena Wednesday afternoon. Through personal stories, Stutzman engaged the audience in themes that there are no excuses and each person really can do anything they put their mind to. Being born without arms has not held Stutzman back. He spoke about how growing up on a farm impacted him, as well as how his parents always told him he could do anything. During his presentation, Stutzman invited a young man to play a game of pig. While he didn't win, Stutzman did make a number of baskets himself. A few of his most notable accomplishments include 2022 para-archery world champion, 2012 Paralympic silver medalist, and Guinness World Record holder. After showing the crowd how he is able to shoot his bow and arrow using his feet, he gave one last bit of wisdom. The only thing that is keeping you from getting there is yourself. Think positive, no excuses. The Washington Chamber of Commerce will hold its candidate forum on January 30th at Washington City Hall from 6 to 7 p.m. in the council chambers. The first half of the event will allow the candidates to answer prepared questions given to them by the chamber. There will be a short break where they will collect questions from the audience, and the second half of the forum will allow the candidates to address these to the attendees. Those who are unavailable to attend in person can join live via Zoom. The forum will also be recorded and shared in the Washington Chamber's newsletter the following day. Mount Pleasant City Council signed agreements to fund the new fire truck for Mount Pleasant Fire Department and a required UV disinfection system for the city's wastewater treatment plant. Upon the recommendation of the Personnel and Finance Committee, the council approved entering into a loan agreement and issuance to purchase the new 100-foot ladder truck for the Mount Pleasant Fire Department. With this approval, the city may now take additional actions to sell and secure no more than $1.9 million in general obligation bonds for this purchase. Due to mandates from the State Iowa Department of Natural Resources to remove certain nutrients from the city's effluent before discharging it into the Skunk River, the board approved signing a contract with the lowest bidder to construct a UV disinfection system. The contract with Woodruff Construction for this project comes in at $1.741 million. We're going to take a brief break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the weather and sports.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Welcome back to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. We have your 5-day forecast coming up. First, obituaries. Phyllis I. Kloffenstein of Mount Pleasant passed away on January 25th at the age of 97. Arrangements are pending at the Kimsey Funeral Home. Those obituaries, it is now time for the weather. We had a few snow flurries this morning, but since then it has just remained cloudy. The high for today is 38. Tomorrow there is a 50% chance of snow showers again. Temperatures will fall by 10 degrees to 28. On Sunday, temperatures will continue to fall with a high of just 20. It will be partly cloudy. It will remain partly cloudy on Monday, and the high will be only 13. And finally, on Tuesday, it will be partly cloudy yet again, and the high will be 16. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll take a look at a preview of tonight's area basketball games. Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
Been in healthcare for many years. I know that Tammy's that person who wants to help others and take care of us. She knows the healthcare business and wants to take care of others.
I met Tammy about 20 years ago when her daughter was in Special Olympics and I was coaching. Told me that she was into doing senior benefits. We became even closer friends. She cares about everybody, especially the seniors, so call her.
Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross. Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656. Welcome back to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. It is now time for sports.
Sports, brought to you by Fairway.
The Southeast Conference is back at it this Friday with yet another round of enticing matchups. With just over 3 weeks to go in the season, the conference races are coming down to the wire once again. To kick things off, the Mount Pleasant boys will look to hold on to their conference lead with a victory over Keokuk. A win for the Panthers would keep them in a firm position in front of the pack. In the first two meetings, Mount Pleasant dominated 55-27. As for Washington, the Demons will take on Burlington with a chance to take sole position of second in the SEC. Last time the two squads faced off, Washington took care of business down the Greyhounds 59-44. On the girls' side of things, second seeded Mount Pleasant will head down to Keokuk to face the Chiefs. A win for Mount Pleasant would vault them into a tie for first with Keokuk. The prior game between the two ended with the Panthers on top 51-46. Washington will head over to Burlington. The Demons are looking to make a run back into the top 3. With a win, they can begin that quest. In the Two's first contest, Washington took the win 47-41. That is the news for Southeast Iowa. I've been your host, Nick Steffens. This has been your news break, and I'll see you next time.